So it's a beautiful day out here in Brooklyn. So I spend most of it on my terrace with my plants. They're all budding because it's season for them. There's some rosemary, dandelion greens, some scallions. Quick trick about scallions, they're pretty much an invincible plant. If you just keep the ends and put them in water, they'll reach right towards the sun, keep regrowing. I've been cutting some to use for our garnish today. So that's exciting. All right, guys, let's get started. Welcome to the 9th episode. There are 2 reasons why I called this the pet edition. The first is because we got some at-home videos sent by many different people, thank you to all of you right away, to keep a smile on our faces and remind us how therapeutic animals really are. The second reason is because we have a special guest. Her name is Corona. She's a 10-week-old puppy and she's been a blessing to us, keeping us positive through these trying times. She's probably going to be a part of our episodes for the next few of them, and maybe even steal Scream's spotlight. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna make her some dinner and then we'll get started on ours. So I kind of had to makeshift a logo apron while I've been stuck in here, but I will get a more professional one later, so please mind the paint job. What we're gonna be making today is a nacho plate with a spicy chili, a lime, tomato, and onion salsa, and topped with a nacho cheese that we're gonna make out of the Kraft packets or any other off-brand macaroni and cheese boxes you most likely have in quarantine. So let's look at the ingredients. Today we're going to be making our chips for the nachos from these fresh corn tortillas. We have Cola Vita roasted garlic extra virgin olive oil, as well as Cola Vita's Italian diced tomatoes. Our brand today is red and white macaroni and cheese dinner, but you can use Kraft the same way. Goya black beans and Goya golden corn. La Morena pickled jalapeno peppers, family choice whole milk, and Breakstone's all natural unsalted butter. Our spices are table salt and pepper, Sadaf cayenne pepper, simply organic ground cumin, and La Flor paprika. This is a fabulous grass-fed ground beef that I got from a local Brooklyn butcher shop. Our only fresh ingredients are 2 limes, 1 tomato, 1 onion, and the beautiful scallions and parsley I took from my terrace garden this morning. Now these are a beautiful golden brown color, so we're gonna pull them out. Season right after you pull out of oil. Scream has yet to forgive us for hiring Corona. So now that our chips are fried off and our prep is all done, we're gonna break for a brand new and a very short segment called In Other News. Hopefully it'll bring you some articles that make you smile. See you in a minute.
Welcome to the news. My name is Henry Lyon. Last week, a 64-year-old Frenchman accidentally ejected himself out of a fighter plane. He claimed that he was going for a joyride. Moving on to the States. Locals in New York City claim that they've filled all of their Easter eggs with toilet paper. It is quite the hot commodity. I don't see how such a small amount can be effective though. Right, back to you, Chef.
So now that we're back, we're gonna get started on our salsa so it has plenty of time to get that seasoning really soaked in. So obviously this is a really simple salsa to make, but it's gonna give that acidic flair that we really need for the dish. Now we're getting ready to sear off that beef for our chili. So we're gonna start getting that going. Hear that beautiful sizzling. As that sizzles, we're throwing in our Cola Vita Italian diced tomatoes. Now that that's bubbling, we're gonna add our black beans and corn. Now we're beginning to really spice things up with our pickled jalapenos. And what's really cool is you can also put some of that pickled juice in there because that's real spicy as well, and it'll give it a nice acidic cut. I love things really hot, so I'm gonna spice it up even more with that cayenne. A nice heavy dose of that cumin to give it a cool twist. Last but not least, our staple salt. That water that had come in the tomatoes is cooked out, so it's nice and thick. It's gonna set really well on top of those chips. So we really only have one more component, and that's the cheese. But before we do that, we're gonna break for my favorite segment of the episode. We called it Pet Corner. Thank you again to everyone who sent in your videos. We love watching all the cute and loving animals that help us through these dark times. I hope you enjoy. That's why you're called Scream, because that's what you do all day.
This is me, and that's a picture of hot puppy. His name is Iago, and this is Chewbacca. Hey, don't fight it.
You like it? He likes it.
You didn't know where it was. No French kisses. Oh my goodness, she's a monster. Oh no, butt in the face. We are so lucky and so blessed to have those beautiful creatures in our lives. So when it comes to the cheese, it's very self-explanatory, very simple. We took the packets out of the box, the milk, the butter, the same way you would make a normal Kraft mac and cheese, just without the pasta, but we are gonna add a little extra flair. So in a pan, we're gonna put 1 cup of whole milk. Most boxes tell you to use 1 or 2%, but we're looking for a thicker texture. Then we're adding another cup of melted butter. Remember, this is gonna serve 2. If you're only serving 1, keep half a cup, half a cup. Now we're adding our 2 packets, 1 for each of us. Now it's nice and thick and creamy, but we're gonna kick it up a notch with some Cajun seasoning. This is my personal secret ingredient, but you don't need to use it if you already made that chili spicy enough. So let's begin plating this up. Obviously chips on the bottom. Next we're layering that chili. Then we have that gooey Cajun cheese. And we're gonna go and put that salsa right on top for our 3rd layer. Obviously this is a lot more than just for 1 person, but we'll give it a try, and as much as I can. It's really important to get all 3 components, and it's gonna be messy, get ready. Wow, that is most definitely as spicy as I wanted it to be. But the acid and the crunch from that salsa really cuts through all those spices in the chili so well. I never thought I'd work well with powdered cheese, but in times of need, you make it happen. With the amount of calories that's in this, if the virus doesn't send me to the hospital, this might. I'll see you guys next time. Give it a shot. It's great comfort food. Let me know what you think. All right, guys, thank you so much, especially to our rising subscribers. We're really lucky to have you. If you guys enjoyed the pet segment, we're gonna hook an email, or you can follow us on Instagram and send us some videos of your crazy little ones. We'd all like to see them and stay positive and happy. I'm gonna head on out. Rishi's gonna end the episode with a joke, and I will see you next time. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? So, a lot of me have questions as to who I am. So here's a little bit about me. I am Indian. I do come from a tribe of programmers. I am actually slightly below the national average height for women, but it still counts. It still counts. And finally, I love to run. I'm actually right now currently running a lot of long distance to build up my endurance. So once this whole pandemic's over, I can be the first to enter the race and hit on every single girl at the bars and get rejected first. Thank you very much. Have a good night.